Hey, what's up? I'm Conni Biesalski, and today I want to talk to you about how to let go of your possessions, your things. Many of you struggle with that. And I'm not talking about getting rid of everything. I don't even need you to go as far as where I'm at with my lifestyle as a minimalist and just living out of a big bag. I'm gonna guess, because you're watching this, that you have a few big piles of possessions that you carry on this winding road through life, which I like to call your material convoy. Picture a few moving trucks full of stuff moving with you through life. Trucks full of your stuff. Ooh. I personally have just what I need. There's nothing missing from my life. I don't have stuff or clutter, and I'm not missing anything. My life is awesome just like that, with very few material things, and I would love for you to experience the same kind of fulfilling life. Now picture your home, or wherever you live, your apartment, full of your possessions, full of the clutter. And now imagine most of those possessions just floating away, flying away. Imagine the freedom, a home and life with only those things that you truly need and use. Imagine more space and peace in your mind. Letting go can be an amazing release, and when you do, you will feel liberated and free. But allowing yourself to let go is an emotional thing, and with any emotional experience, it's not always that simple. What's so good about decluttering and letting go of things you don't actually use? Well, you know how they say the things you own, they end up owning you? Well, I think it's important to realize that we're not our things. I am not my possessions, and you are more than your stuff. Holding on to stuff imprisons us, literally, but letting go, it's just liberating and freeing. And one cool side effect is that your home and your life will be so much cleaner and tidier. You have less cleaning up to do when there's less stuff. But above all, I believe that the most important reason to let go of things and declutter your life, your home, is to live a more deliberate, a more intentional, conscious life, and to live a simpler life, one that is more meaningful. I made a video a while back about why becoming a minimalist is so amazing, and also sharing my journey into minimalism and all the ups and downs, and you can watch that somewhere around here. Probably here, or maybe here. The big question now, why do we have such a hard time letting go of things? And I believe that there are 6 reasons why we hold on to possessions, even if we don't really need them. Number 1 is that we are attached to sentimental items. So it makes it hard to let go because there's emotions attached to the item. The second reason is that there's this illusion of security that we believe in for some reason, and we think that having a lot of things makes us feel safer. Reason number 3 is procrastination. Maybe it's too difficult for you to even think about tackling all your clutter, and so you don't even get started because it's so overwhelming. Reason number 4 is fear of waste. We don't want to waste what we've paid good money for and just kind of throw it out and just get rid of it, right? Number 5 is the fear of lost future opportunity. We fear that we might need the thing sometime in the future, so we'd rather keep it, because what if that situation comes along in 10 years? And lastly, reason number 6 we hold on to things is the joy of plenty. Maybe you enjoy having and owning a lot of things because they make you feel abundant, which is also a false illusion because, as I said before, we are not our things. So as you can see, there's a lot that goes into our bond with possessions and all the things in our lives. Now, how do we actually let go of possessions now, since there's so many reasons that make it pretty difficult for so many of us? The goal is to consciously and purposefully confront the letting go of our possessions and our fears. I believe the more conscious you are about all of this, the easier it will be. So number 1, embrace your fears. As you know by now, the main reason that you struggle so hard to let go of stuff in your life is based in fears. Why do you even hold on to things in the first place? This is a really important question to ask, to reevaluate why you have stuff in your life in the first place that you're not letting go. Why do you need the sense of security that you think things give you? Are there maybe areas in your life where there's a big lack of security, where you feel really insecure? Or maybe you were conditioned by your family to hold on to things to feel more secure and safe. Dig into those fears so that you can actually deal with your fears and not let them deal with you. Tip number 2 is question the value of your possessions. Keep asking yourself the number 1 question that minimalists ask themselves, namely, does this add value to my life? And a second really good question is, when you consider letting go of something, you can ask, if I didn't have this, how much money would I pay for it to get it? And usually the answer is nothing, or maybe a couple of cents. And if something is worth nothing to you, actual monetary value, then you can totally let it go and create more space for things that are actually valuable to you. Number 3, do a 30-day minimalism declutter challenge. Pack everything up in boxes, everything you own, and then during those 30 days, only unpack what you actually need. And once those 30 days are up and over, you get rid of everything else. And as you go through all your things, you make 3 piles, namely things I'm keeping, things I'm giving away or donating, and things I'm recycling or throwing out. And use the 1-year rule. If you haven't used something in an entire year, it's time to get rid of it. Chug it out. Tip number 4 is take small steps. Take it a day at a time. Don't try and declutter and get rid of all your stuff in one day, all at once. It'll probably only set you up for failure and disappointment and frustration. Instead, take it day by day. Every day you do one area of your home, and then the next day another area of your home. And you can start right now just by decluttering for 5 minutes. Just take 5 minutes right now, and then 5 minutes tomorrow, and 5 minutes the next day. Just take small actions every day. And as I said, play the 30-day declutter minimalism game. It'll help you to get there on a consistent basis as you develop a new habit. Tip number 5. You have to face the big challenge of letting go of sentimental items, things that have a lot of emotions attached to them. Those are the things that remind you of achievements, of certain people or events from your past. But the thing is, they're your past. The past is done. And it means that you're holding on to the past. And I'd like you to become more aware that your memories, they're within you, not within things. You always carry your memories within you. So letting go of these sentimental items doesn't mean that you lose the memory or the love. You keep carrying them within you. And in practice, this means you really only keep your absolute treasures. You know, maybe a necklace that your grandma gave you that's from the 1930s. And with the rest, just take a photo of it and keep the photo memory rather than the physical item. Tip number 6, declutter all your just in case, maybe I will need them in the future, possibly sometime items. You know, like the camping gear that you haven't used in 5 years or the 20 towels. So ask yourself, as you consider each item, do I need this right now? In other words, do I use this often? And if the answer is no, then you can let it go. And with this, definitely go back to the 1-year rule. Tip number 7, don't dread the process of letting go and decluttering. Rather, enjoy it. It can be so enjoyable. Turn into that feeling of lightness and peace. And keep reminding yourself emotionally just how awesome your life's gonna be once you went through all your stuff and you decluttered everything and you have a more simple, more minimalist home, and just how peaceful your mind's gonna feel and how liberated and free. Tip number 8, Find a declutter buddy. Maybe you have a friend that's interested in joining you to go through the process of letting go of your things and your stuff. It's usually easier when you have an accountability buddy who you check in with once a week or every other week and they're on the same journey as you. It's a great way to achieve any sort of goal. Second to last tip, number 9, I have a couple of book recommendations for you. Number 1 is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. Great book to get you started. And number 2, Goodbye Things by Fumio Sasaki, a Japanese man. Go and read those 2 books. And lastly, focus on the present. The past is gone, the future is not here yet, but when you focus on the present moment, you realize that you don't really need many things to be happy and feel fulfilled. And by the way, meditation really helps with that. And to end this, letting go is not losing, it's gaining something, a lot of peace and freedom. You are not your things, and I'm giving you permission right now to let go of them, to just do it. I know it might not be as easy or simple as it sounds, but I do know that it can be done. I've done it, I know many people who have. And when you do, you're gonna feel so liberated. And now let me know in the comments what thing is really hard for you to let go of. And if you like to support this channel and my work and also be part of an amazing community of conscious creators, then come and join us at my membership community, Co-Create. It's an amazing place. Just head over to conni.me/co-create. Thanks for watching. I hope it was valuable to you. I'll see you next time. Bye. Mwah.